Do audiophiles care more about gear or music? It's an often asked question. It comes from Ray in Langley, British Columbia. While watching a few supposedly intellectual audiophiles, sorry, that just sounds funny, assess a set of high-end audio systems, I found myself wondering if they even cared about the music. This is only my view on this, but it seemed like reaching perfection in the hardware was far more important than the beauty and wonder of the performance. The music was actually second in importance. And do you notice some audiophiles so intent on the quality of the audio that they relegate the music to second place? It's like they've lost the main point of music in their drive to attain the highest level of equipment. I just wondered if you had observed this and what are your views on it. Your videos are a source of clarity in a murky world of audio with diametrically opposing views on everything. I appreciate your efforts. Rock on. Yes. Thank you, Ray. You are very kind and a good writer. I appreciate that. Nice. Of course, that is a big component in high-end audio and a constant source of argument, controversy, and division amongst audiophiles. And look, I too have found myself guilty as could possibly be about paying more attention to the gear than the music. Done it 100 times. And I guess I go back and forth. So I think what we're saying is that that's probably true in any intense hobby. I hesitate to call this a hobby because it's really more, hobby just seems so like, yeah, I got a hobby collecting stamps. Now, high-end audio and the pursuit of sonic excellence is far more than just a hobby, and I don't know what else to call it. But whatever it is certainly something that is consuming to many of us. It's my whole life. I try and keep a healthy balance, and I do that by sometimes going to, as often as I can, live performances where it's just the music, it's just the wonder of it all. It brings you back into what's truly important, which is the music. And yet, I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to say that I like the gear. I like the challenge of recreating the sound of live music in my home or in my man cave. I like that. I like tweaking with the gear. I absolutely do. I'll own up to it every day of the year. Is it one or the other? It's a balance between the two. I find it difficult on a really crappy system to get into the wonders of music, unless the system is so crappy or my expectations are so low that I'm not paying any attention to it. For example, in the car. Now, I have a decent sound system in the Tesla. It really is a good sound system. It's almost high fidelity. And there, oh man, sometimes, I'll put on some opera piece and it's just like, oh, I don't care about the sound. I'm not judging the sound quality. But there are other times when I'm at home, and for instance, we have maybe the background music system is playing. We have a Sonos sound bar for our background music system. And we'll put on some jazz piece and it'll be playing, and as I'm doodling around, cooking or whatever I'm doing, I'm all of a sudden struck with the glory of this music. And I go, and I crank it up because I just want to get immersed in the music. And it sounds like crap. Like, this is an injustice. And yes, I stop enjoying the wonder of the music and I can't see past that. Yeah, that happens to me. So it's tough. It's a tough balance between the two because I so love both. And that's part of the joy of what we do, is getting into both. But as in anything in life, a good balance. Balance. That's what works. That's what makes everything right. Keep it in balance. Don't go too far this way. Don't go too far that way. Try and balance it out. And yet, you don't want to be down here where it's oatmeal. So you want the extremes, and when you get them and enjoy them, then bring it back into balance, and life will be good. Okay. Thanks. Good question. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.